Imam bin Idris, and my matrix number is 2023460136.
Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. My name is Muhammad Haidar bin Muhammad Nur and my matrix number is 20236638 and 32.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Rashan Danis Pirushidi. My matrix number is 2022665678.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Fakim bin Abdul Manan. My matrix number is 2023886578.
Hello guys, my name is Muhammad Arif Hazan bin Muhammad Zaman and my matrix number is 2023489932. In this video, we're going to explain about Chapter 3 Compound Interest and Chapter 4 Annuity.
In this part, I will explain about the compound interest formula. First of all, we have original principal, which is P. Original principal is referring to amount invested or deposit or borrowed. Next, we have nominal interest rate, which is K. K is interest rate together with the frequency. Then we have I. I is interest rate per interest period. I is also interest rate for each interest period. The formula for I is K over M. And then we also have N. N is number of interest periods. N is also the number of interest periods during the investment periods. And the formula for M is N equal to M times T. And then we have S. S is future value or maturity value. S is the total amount of principal and the interest. The formula for S is S equal to P, open bracket, 1 plus I, closing bracket, with the power of N. And lastly, we have I, which is interest amount. And I is the difference between total amount and the principal. And the formula is I equal S minus P.
Wani deposited RM467,280.47 in a bank that offered an interest of 7.64% compounded annually. She started to invest from the age of 25 for 40 years and earned an amount of 8,882,296 ringgit 60 cents. Question 1. What was the amount of money accumulated when she was 35 years old? Question 2. If she deposited another 46,728 ringgit 5 cents when she was 35, find the new future value of her investment.
So I will explaining about how to get the answer for the question 1, and I will analyze all the keywords given in the question. So the principal is 467,280 ringgit 47 cents. The future value is unknown and I will search the amount of it. The time is 10 years and frequency is 1. So interest rate is 7.64% or 0.0764. I is interest rate per interest period, which is 0.0764 per 1. N is number of interest period, which is MT, 1 times 10. So the formula I will using is S equal to P, open bracket, 1 plus I, closing bracket, the power of N. So the next is S equal to 467, 280 ringgit 47 cent, open bracket, 1 plus 0.064, closing bracket, the power of 10. So the answer for the future value is 959,502 ringgit and 34 cents.
Next, I will explaining about how to get the answer for the question 2. So I will identify all the keywords given. Principal 2 is equal to future value 1. So principal 2 equal to 959,502 ringgit and 24 cents plus 46,728 ringgit and 5 cents equal to 1,006,230 ringgit and 30 cents. Next, T2 is equal to 30. I2 equal to 0.0764 per 1 and 2 equal 1 times 30. S2 equal 1,006,230 ringgit and 30 cents. Open bracket, 1 plus 0.0764 per 1, closing bracket, the power of 30. So the new amount of future value is 9,160,265 ringgit and 55 cents.
Now, for the chapter 4, which is annuity, I'm also going to explain about the formula that we are going to use for the next question. Firstly, the formula is A equal to R, open bracket, 1 minus, open bracket, 1 plus I, closing bracket, with the power of negative N over I, closing bracket. A is equal to present value of annuity or the original loan. R is the amount of the periodic or series payments. N is the number of interest periods or payments, and I is the interest rate per interest periods.
So, for chapter annuity, Tima bought a car from Proton Company for a certain amount. She made an initial down payment of RM 9,295 ringgit, and she agreed to pay the balance for RM 2,254 ringgit and 4 cent every month with an interest rate of 9.46% compounded monthly. The balance payment was due in 72 months. So, first question, determine the initial amount of the car. And for the second question, how much should Imah pay on the third payment to settle the outstanding arrears if she fails to pay the first two periodic payment?
This is question 1 for chapter 4. For A equal, we don't know yet, and K equal 0.0946 for interest rate, and RM 2,254 for sin, M equal to 12, T equal to 72 divide 12, I equal to 0.0946 divide 12, and N equal to 12 times 72 divide 12, which is we can get the answer 72 for N. So, for the calculation, we can do that, use formula A equal R, open bracket 1 minus, open bracket 1 plus I, close the bracket, negative power of N, divide I, close the bracket. So, for the calculation, A equal 2,254 for sin, open bracket 1 minus, open bracket 1 plus 0.0946 divide 12, close the bracket, negative 72 divide 0.0946 divide 12, close the bracket. So after we solve the calculation, we get A equal to 2,254 for sin, open bracket 1 minus, open bracket 1.007883333 and 3, close the bracket, negative 72 divide 0.0946 divide 12 and close the bracket. So we go next for calculation. We get A equal to still 2,254 for sin, open bracket 0.431852606 divide 0.0946 divide 12, close the bracket, and the answer we get A equal to 2,254 for sin, open bracket 54.78045742, close the bracket. So after the calculation, we get A equal to 123,477 ringgit 34 cent minus to 9,295 ringgit. So the final answer for this question is A equal to RM 114,182 ringgit 34 cent. So for the calculation, question number 2, we use formula S equal to R, open bracket 1 plus I, close the bracket, power of N, negative 1 divide I, and close the bracket. So for this calculation, S3 equal to 2,254 for sin, open bracket and open bracket again, 1 plus 0.0946 divide 12, close the bracket, power of 3 and minus 1 divide 0.0946 divide 12, close the bracket. And for the calculation, we get, open bracket, 1.0078833, close the bracket, power of 3 minus 1 divide 0.0946 divide 12, close the bracket, and we get, open bracket, 0.023839693 divide 0.0946 divide 12 and close the bracket. So after all this calculation, we get S3 equal to 2,254 ringgit for sin, and with time 3.023712,147, close the bracket, and we get the answer for this question is RM 6,815 ringgit 57 cent.